Today does not feel like a main character energy day. I'm just being honest because I don't even know why. I'm just tired. I don't know what to do next. I mean, I have options. I'm safe. I'm fine. This isn't a pity thing. I promise I don't need to be rescued. You know, my family is close and they're here. I thought I'd know more. But I turned 34.
The house is sold. My home is not my home anymore. We've also reached our final settlement agreement for the divorce. All in one day. This is the part in the book where the main character finally sees those circles closing, closing loops. And in all the books I've read, usually these moments are joyful. I don't feel any of that.
The story begins with a woman who says she filed for divorce the morning after discovering what she believed was a betrayal in her marriage. She acted quickly, convinced she was making the right decision for her future. Years later, her circumstances look very different. Now in her mid-30s, she's openly sharing late-night video diaries, reflecting on where life has taken her and questioning some of the choices she's made along the way. Today, we'll go back to the beginning and follow her timeline step by step to see how the story unfolded.
So I'm getting a divorce. I have tried to change so many things about my life. Golly, it's been... I'm scared a little bit. I'm scared a lot of it. Main character energy. Oof. Today marks 48 days since I found out, and 47 days since divorce was decided. I'm doing okay. 6 weeks ago, I couldn't see any light ahead of me. Time has gone by, and there's been like little pricks of light up ahead, like if you had aluminum foil and then you took toothpicks. Little tiny pricks of light coming through. Not enough to see what is on the other side, but enough to let you know that it's light over there. Even on the worst days, I've gone to bed knowing that I am closer to that light. I'm gonna look back on this and say I did not freeze. I moved forward. I am capable. I can do this. Main character energy.
The timeline moved quickly. Just weeks after learning information that changed everything, she had already decided to end the marriage and began the legal process almost immediately. When she later described her future, she didn't paint a hopeful picture. Instead, she used a simple metaphor to explain how uncertain life felt, saying she could only see small glimpses of what might come next without knowing where the road would lead. Looking back, that moment captures the uncertainty she was living through. Even after making a life-changing decision, the future remained unclear, and she was still trying to imagine what her new chapter would look like.
Well, I want you to understand that a no-fault divorce does not mean that no fault was incurred. Oftentimes, women who've been abused or cheated on will go the no-fault route because they either don't have the financial ability due to financial abuse to go the full court route. It's a courtesy a lot of times if kids are involved because the no-fault divorce is a lot easier to process, especially if it's the father of your children. It's true that women do initiate more divorces, but why? Why do you think that is? Could it possibly be because they got into a relationship with someone who didn't uphold their end of the bargain? Who wasn't a good partner? I'm not saying that every no-fault divorce is that scenario, and I'm not saying there aren't women out there who fall out of love and decide that divorce is the best option, but props to them, honestly, because you know the amount of men who decide that they've fallen out of love and just forget to tell their partner? They don't get divorced, they just cheat.
In one of her videos, she responds directly to criticism and explains her side of the story. As she shares her perspective, some of her own comments raise new questions about how the relationship changed over time. Looking back at the full timeline, it's clear that emotions and explanations can evolve. Sometimes, the way people describe a situation later can unintentionally highlight the same issues they were trying to address. Her story shows how complex relationships can be, especially when viewed through different moments and changing perspectives.
The house is sold. My home is not my home anymore. We've also reached our final settlement agreement for the divorce. All in one day. This is the part in the book where the main character finally sees those circles closing, closing loops. But in all the books I've read, usually these moments are joyful. I don't feel any of that. 6 months ago today, I had no idea my world was about to change. I wish I could say that all okay now. All I can do is hope that another 6 months feels good. And I'll be able to look back and know that the last 6 months were really hard, but were really necessary. And that I did the right thing. I did all the right things. I hope it will be worth it, and I will look back and be like, damn, that was a main character right then. You just didn't feel like it. Main character energy.
When the legal process came to an end, she described it as the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. But despite reaching that milestone, she admitted the moment didn't bring the relief or happiness she had expected. She reflected on the choices she made, saying she believed she had done the right thing, while also acknowledging uncertainty about the outcome. That contrast became one of the most revealing moments in her story. Sometimes, reaching the finish line doesn't provide the answers people were hoping for. Instead, it marks the beginning of a new set of questions.
Today does not feel like a main character energy day. I'm just being honest because I don't even know why. I'm just tired. I don't know what to do next. I mean, I have options. I'm safe, I'm fine. This isn't a pity thing. I promise I don't need to be rescued. My family is close and they're here. I thought I'd know more as I turned 34.
She documented nearly every stage of her journey, from the initial announcement to the legal process and the emotional ups and downs that followed. Her audience witnessed each chapter as it unfolded. Meanwhile, the other person involved remained largely out of the public eye. Without hearing both perspectives, viewers only see one side of the story, leaving many questions unanswered. That contrast is worth noticing. One person's experience is shared in detail, while the other remains private. It serves as a reminder that every story has multiple viewpoints, even when only one is visible online.
I'm lonely. Okay, just like a video diary style, whatever, journal. I tried hard today to make everything perfect so that it's not me. next. Well, I'm just lonely and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make it better. I don't know how to help. Maybe I'm just being really selfish. I don't even know what the point of this video is, except that sometimes it feels hard to tell what my emotions are, like what is real, what's not. For me, like I just have a hard time in the good moments. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's just crazy.
In one of her most honest moments, she questions whether some of her own choices may have played a role in where she is today. It's a moment of self-reflection that stands out from the rest of her videos. Regardless of what happened in the relationship, her later updates show that the emotional challenges didn't disappear once the divorce was finalized. Reaching the end of one chapter didn't automatically make the next one easier. Looking back at her entire timeline, one message becomes clear. There's a difference between talking about a new beginning and actually living through it. The journey turned out to be far more complicated than she expected, and her own videos document that change from beginning to end.